Hey, good evening, Facebook. Connie King here, just to share something with you, a few thoughts. I was reading a post this afternoon by one of my really neat acquaintances. I love her poetry and her work, Amira Sims, and I hope I'm not butchering your name. You posted earlier on your website regarding the shooting of the unarmed black jogger and how long it took for anyone to even be arrested in that situation. So this was my answer to your post. Thank you, Amira Sims. The idea of putting a white cross on my lawn sent chills through me when I first saw the campaign. I know that the campaign means well, but for those of us who had families back in the 60s and before, that white cross on the lawn sends yet another subtle message. May or may not be intentional, but it put a bad taste in my mouth. So I chose not to put a white cross on my lawn. It does not mean that I do not believe, that I'm not a believer. I am. But there are some things that just leave a bad memory, a bad taste, and therefore they're not in good taste, at least not for me. It was the same white cross that lit up the night with my ancestors' cries and groans. That same white cross, though meant to symbolize redemption, screamed a very ugly reality. A reality that said, in his name, we hang, lynch, beat, and castrate. We burn down and tear down your progress in the name of a religion where we dissect the holy scriptures to terrorize men and women of color. Enough sugarcoating. I'm a diabetic already. I'll take the bitter truth as it is medicine for my soul and balm to my bones. I need this balm because my bones are tired and weary of double standards and justice denied. Not this time will we sit by and watch as the white crosses light up our nights. Nope. If sleeping in the dark means the only light we'll have is a burning cross, keep it. I'll find my way like Harriet did, by the moonlight, the sound of the river, and the smell of freedom. Freedom from ignorance, injustice, and propaganda, which we're being fed plenty of that in this day and time. Not tonight, tomorrow night, or any other night do I need your racist light. I, you, we will light our own way. Thank you. I do understand the faith over fear campaign, really I do. But putting a white cross on my lawn as a black woman, as an African American, whatever you choose to call us or label us, I know who I am and I know who we are and I know from whence I come. I also want to share with you photos of that cross. Let me see if I can't turn this around. Oh, I folded the picture. Didn't mean to do that. I'm going to share this with you right here. See if we can't turn that camera around so you can get a good look of where I'm coming from. Okay. This is why it's hard for me to put the cross on my lawn. This is why. See Dr. King standing there with his young child. Imagine having to go through that. And to see that in this century, in this time, it saddens me. We forget. We mean well, but we forget. So it's why I cannot participate. Several people have asked me, this is why. Because it is a reminder of things past. We must look forward now. And if anything reminds you of a traumatic time, get rid of it. I've seen the faith over fear signs in the yard. Those are okay. But if you agree or disagree, I'd like to hear from you. I'd like to know. I'd like to know what you're taking. And oftentimes, people will not say what's on their mind. They kind of wait for a leader, or they wait for someone to say something first. But for me, in this lawn, there'll be no white crosses for the reasons that I just said. Until we speak next time, thanks for tuning in.